The Democrats have long used the events of January 6th to try to defeat Donald Trump, maintaining that it was in effect a revolution to try to overthrow the government, to try to obstruct the designation of a winner after the 2020 election and the allegations of fraud. Conservatives have long maintained that it was a peaceful demonstration and only became occasionally violent because of the presence of agent provocateurs, FBI agents in plain clothes, who did everything they could to incite the mob to riot, probably to help the Biden campaign. The contentious events surrounding January 6th and the extent to which there was FBI interference in the protests has taken a dramatic turn. What began as speculation by independent journalists and conservative lawmakers has now been confirmed by the FBI itself. The agency has admitted that hundreds of plainclothes operatives were embedded in the crowd that day. The acknowledgement directly contradicts earlier sworn testimony by FBI Director Christopher Wray. According to a revelation first highlighted in a report on Friday by the Gateway pundit, the FBI has now conceded that no fewer than 274 plainclothes operatives were present in or around the U.S. Capitol during the protests. This admission represents an extraordinary escalation in the narrative, particularly given that for years, the Bureau and the Department of Justice have denied such allegations outright. The controversy began in urgent with FBI Director Christopher Wray's testimony before Congress in July 23. During a heated exchange with Representative Andy Biggs, Republican of Arizona, Wray was asked directly about the number of undercover agents embedded in the crowd. His response was vague at best, misleading at worst. He said, "I'm not sure there were undercover agents on the scene," Wray said under oath. "As I sit here right now, I do not believe there were undercover agents on the scene." That statement at the time was viewed by Gateway pundit and other skeptical observers as a flat denial to obscure the truth. Now, with the FBI confirming the presence of 274 undercover agents at the Capitol, it appears that the chasm between Wray's sworn testimony and the facts is undeniable. The contradictions in the federal government's own account of the January 6th events are staggering. As recently as December of 24, the DOJ's Office of the Inspector General issued an 88-page report flatly complaining that we found no evidence that there were FBI undercover agents in the crowd. The FBI's new figure of 274 plainclothes agents is hundreds more than was previously reported. The controversy does not end with the general admission of plainclothes agents. Evidence continues to mount that the FBI had infiltrated specific groups of protesters long before the January 6th embedding, confidential human sources and undercover operatives inside organizations later accused of orchestrating the unrest. Proud Boys. Court documents have revealed that the DOJ ran at least 40 undercover operatives within the Proud Boys on January 6th. Oath Keepers. According to a report in Gateway Pundit, the FBI admitted that it was running multiple confidential human sources inside the Oath Keepers organization. These revelations paint a troubling picture of a government apparatus deeply engaged in the very events that later prosecuted as acts of insurrection. The admission that 274 undercover FBI agents were among the crowd on January 6th raises fundamental questions about what role these operatives played. Were they merely passive observers collecting intelligence, or did some actively engage in provocative behavior that may have escalated the situation? Thanks for watching. This Dick Morris Lunch Alert is sponsored by Nutrition and Healing. Please click on the link attached to this to hear their full presentation. It's worth it.